At Arlox, we have worked with more than thousands of fashion brands all over the world, right? And here are some of the points that we have seen, which are a common trait among winning brands and what makes them really get to the eight figure, even when they're starting out or they have up and running some kind of leeway, right? So, the biggest trait that I have seen over last decade working with so many brands is the brand owner or the leader in the brand has sort of a pre-built win-win kind of mindset where he looks for cooperation opportunities and tries to have relationships, and the way he treats people, the way he treats vendors, the way he treats everybody else in a win-win kind of scenarios. Now, it's not like, okay, why do I think win-win, right? What's the ROI on that? And what's the opposite of that? The opposite of that is win-lose kind of thing, where you want to squeeze as much ROI of the relationship as possible. You want to pay people as minimum as possible, and you want to get as much work done as possible. And that does not work in the long term at all. It usually backfires in the long term. And if it does not work in the long term, so it has no opportunity for it to compound, right? You'll be keep switching vendors, you'll be keep switching partners and agencies, and you have nowhere else to really compound it. So that's a win-lose kind of mindset. Now, what is a win-win? Win-win is that they make agreement, we make agreement with brand owners, or the brand owner makes agreement with us, and all their partnerships that will let's accomplish this big thing together, which benefits me and which benefits you as well. Let's get there, and then we can talk a next win-win kind of agreement, next win-win goal. And that way, he's creating more relationships, right? He's nurturing those relationships, and the brand owner is thinking about his partners, his vendors, his employees, his agency's partners, designers, everybody, and he's trying to always have a plan for which both teams, everybody grows towards a goal, right? And the thing is that it starts slowly, but it compounds very fast when it starts going, right? That is the biggest, I think, the most reliable trait I've seen between the founders who scale really big. The second one is going to be their firm, right? They are firm about their boundaries. They are very, very firm and crystal clear about their vision, their design guidelines, and how they want it to be perceived, the brand, to the customer. And they are very, very paying almost obnoxious level of attention to detail, the smallest of things, right? And they value the customer experience, they value the customer journey with their brand and the relationship with their brand. And they're always looking for ways to make the experience better, a little bit elevated from other brands, a little bit more unique, right? And where the customer also goes through a branded experience where all the fonts, all the marketing material, all the designs kind of has this a cohesive kind of a really cool cohesive experience of buying product from the brand and experiencing the brand, right? It's really good for the customer, and it's very important for the brand owner to be really, really crystal clear about that. Because when the brand owner is crystal clear about that and is able to communicate that with all his partners, with agencies, with his team, it becomes a very unique USP of the brand, where every team is kind of knows at what we're trying to achieve here, right? Even the editor or the graphic designer, creative director knows like what the end product is gonna look like. And once this personality is really embedded to the brand, it becomes much easier to have a trusting relationship and to not go through all the approvals and bureaucracy that person may have to deal with, right? So having these things pre-done and clear, crystal clear, makes it very clear for everybody to grow and be on the same page at all times, at least from the design and customer experience perspective. Now, the third point is a very important one, which I've seen the best rate in the founders. They don't dwell on, I would say, one third point would be like they have a bias toward action and solutions. And that actually shows up very well. I also have a bias toward action and solutions. So that also shows up. It's an instant alignment between the team members, right? Once you have these founders like, okay, our website is not converting, and I think website is a bottleneck for improve the conversion rate. So they are almost on the next page. So what is the solution? What are the available options we have? How long do it take to get it done? What alternatives do we have? What is the cost of each? What's the advantage and disadvantage of each? So they are already on the actions I need to take or actions we need to take as a team to overcome this obstacle that has come in front of us, right? And once the founder is like really, really, really action oriented and solution focused, he gets a lot of things done, right? He understands that, or he or she understands that, okay, I am in this, okay, this is obstacle. It's an expected obstacle. It's not like something unique happening. And here are all the solutions that I have. And this is, I think, the best one. So what are the 10 things we got to get done today? Right, let's make a list. Let's get on to the work. And now what is the opposite of that? The opposite of that, the founder will usually, at the worst, I will tell you the worst opposite of the founder will spend a day or two thinking about it. This is the worst thing that could have happened to the brand and how he is frustrated. And the 2 days that are wasted, you're not going to get them back, right? So you have to think from the cost to benefit perspective also. Ruminating is the expense, right? And we don't have the luxury to be idle also, right? So the next thing is like let's think about it. Let's make a really clear, concise plan with detailed action steps, and let's get to the work. Rather than just talk about it, let's get to the work. Let's get to the next steps fast. And yeah, these are the 3 things I have seen between the brand owners who really scale past the 8 figures. To sum it up, they think about win-win relationships, the way they treat people, the way they work with partners, vendors, and everybody. So those relationships compound over time. Second one, as we have discussed, a visionary perfectionist, the person who is super duper clear on the customer experience, even the smallest of the details. The founder pays extreme attention to detail, to every smallest details that can improve the customer experience or derail it. And everything is under one specific cohesive design guidelines that the founder has created or worked to create it. And the third and the last one, which we discussed, is bias for action. The founder does not waste time, does not have a habit of wasting time or entertaining rumination, worries, or ruminating about problems or obstacles. It's super duper focused on the action. What are the things that need to be done, or what's the plan we need to make, or let's be biased toward taking action. Okay, if you're going to fail, let's fail fast and quickly and under budget so we can iterate and move faster. And let's set the expectation crystal clear, right? And it becomes much easier once you have a completely transparent and honest communication going on, and the both the parties and everybody is in the win-win kind of mindset. It you just sort of enter into a flow state where you can predict what needs to be done, and you're already on it. And that kind of synergies really lead you to build the compounding revenues and crush compounding goals, like really 10xing the revenue, right? Because at the end of the day, it is the people who are going to make it happen, right? And it's not the idea, it's the people working behind the idea. And having these mindset and for having these three traits really make a big difference. And this is not just a opinion or a suggestion. This is a crystal clear observation from my perspective. These three things, right? Thank you. This is it for this video.